February the 14th. Shh. Guys, please be quiet. Please be quiet. Write your name, your first and last name on your paper. Today's the 14th. The assignments that are due this week. We have our warm up. We have our homework. We have a small little project that's due. We have two little ones. The first one, the major one, is the I Ready project. That's due Friday. Shh. And then I have a little. It's a graph story project that's gonna be due also. Graph story project. That one's gonna be easy. We're doing that today. And we got a quiz on Friday. Tutoring this week is Tuesday at 3 p.m. It's virtual. Don't forget that. There's a virtual link. You do get extra credit for that. Okay. Monday, today we are doing the warm up first. Okay, we're only going to do problem number 1. We're just going to do the first problem today. We're going to mark out problem number 2. I'm going to go through the graph story project with you. You're going to complete the rest of it. So I'm teacher, model, and all I'm modeling is how to read graphs. It's very simple. Okay. And then you're going to finish the booklet, and it's a project grade. I'm only going to give you about 15 minutes tomorrow, and it's due then, okay? And it's a project. Small project grade. Homework. Please. Shh. I haven't even given it to you yet. We're just writing it down. Please be quiet. Monday, I'm giving you making a homework help video. Please work on your I Ready. I've been saying that for a while. We're in the 4th week now. You've had 4 weeks to kind of get this thing done. So if you haven't gotten it done, you really need to push hard on getting that done. It's due Friday. Don't forget that Don't forget that the number of stamps that you get each day up until Wednesday. Wednesday is the last day that I count stamps. Because the whole objective is for you not to wait till the last minute to get your homework done. So that is the reason that I'm not going to count stamps on Friday when it's due. Okay, because that means you waited to the last minute. So each day I'm going to do these each day. Mr. Settles has been helping out with stamping the homeworks. You get extra points for doing it daily, not waiting to the last minute. Yes, baby.
Can I use my whatever the check thing for my quiz? Because I got
No.
62.
No. All right, let's open up our planner. You cannot use those things for quizzes, tests, or projects. You use it for classwork and homework, okay? The little slips that you all get for 7th period.
Well, no, I'm talking about the stars like these.
We always use those for quizzes and tests. I always add points to your quiz and test.
Oh,
I've been doing that. However many points you get on there, I've been adding it to your test or quiz.
So if I got 9,
then I add 9 points.
Oh.
I've been doing that.
Thank you, Ms. Rich.
Yeah.
You almost gave me a heart attack.
No. All right. All right. So look, in our planner, February the 14th through the 18th, we labeling this as week 4. Okay. So please put that in for week 4. You're going to put 214 for Monday, 215 for Tuesday, 216 for Wednesday, 217 for Thursday, and 218 for Friday. Okay. All right. Your Monday homework, write that down, please. You have homework in Math 8, and there will be a help video. Okay, there will be a help video. Okay, the help video will be sent to you in Remind, and I'm also placing the help video on Canvas as usual. Same places, guys. Same place. Virtual tutoring is tomorrow at 3 p.m. Remember, if you can't make that tutoring date in time, then you need to text me a reminder, send me an email, and we can negotiate another time. Okay? But please don't get the help you know that you need. All right? Friday, we need to go ahead and put that our iReady project is due. Your iReady project is due Friday. We've been saying that for the longest. I've been saying it for the longest. If you haven't started putting your pages, taking pictures of your interactive notebook and putting it on the digital interactive notebook, please go ahead and start doing those things, okay? Questions, comments, or concerns? I've showed you where all of these things are at the beginning of the quarter again. If you need for me to show you where those things are, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to show you where it is again. Is there anybody that's lost with where to submit your iReady or your digital interactive notebook? Okay. So now close up your planner and let's work. Anybody still copying? Sorry. Remember, this is an easy, guys, this is an easy grade. I'm just doing this to help boost your grades and promote organization. Okay? Because with organization, guys, that helps you become more organizing your thinking, helps you get things done, which in terms help you become more successful as a student. Some of you, and in life, you're right. Thank you, Kiara. In life as well. Please make sure that you have your planner. I see about 10 folks that don't even have their planner out. That makes me nervous. Okay? You need to write the things down in your planner. Some of us wait, oh, I'm going to do it later. No better time than the present. Get it done right now, please. Don't hesitate to do things. And that's the thing about procrastination. You keep saying, oh, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. And you never do because you keep waiting. Don't wait. Do it now. Do it right now. Okay? What's your planner, babe? Hmm? Bring it every day, okay? Pack your book bag at night. Bring your stuff every day. Check everything. Have a checklist. I need this, that. And guys, put this stuff in your folder. You already know that Miss Reyes is going to tell you to pull out your planner. So put it in your math folder. Every day, every day, every day. Okay? Anybody still copying? All right, I'm gonna pause for the calls. Okay, let's do our warm up. Remember, I told you we're only gonna do question number 1. Okay, mark out number 2. We need this space to write, so let's use the space to write. All right, this is what we're gonna be working on today. Is reading graphs. Here it's asking us. It's saying that Hunter is filling his swimming pool with water. Write a description of what is happening in the graph below. So we always read the title of the graph. There's no title here to read, but we do know what the graph is displaying. It's displaying Hunter filling it up with water, filling a pool with water. Okay. All right. Then we read our x-axis. Our x-axis is in time, and generally it'll tell us if it's time in minutes, seconds, hours, days, years, whatever. And this graph is just very basic and generic, okay? So it's got time here and it's got gallons along the side. And we can infer that it's talking about gallons of water because that's what this whole graph is talking about. Hunter filling the pool with water. So we are going to look at this graph and write a story behind this graph as to what's happening. So we got Hunter's filling the water. So he starts filling the water up at a constant rate. Ms. Reyes, how do you know this is constant? Because it's a perfect straight line. So we know that Hunter, we're going to write his name, Hunter starts, this is where it starts filling the pool at a constant rate. Okay. All right. Now look, this is a little flat line here. So that means he stopped. Do you see how the number of gallons stays the same for a little bit, but time continues on? So he stops filling the pool for a short time. Right here, this straight line, it's a horizontal line. He stops filling the pool for a short period of time. Okay, for a short time. He stops filling that pool for a short time. And we're being very generic because this graph is very generic. It's not a detailed graph. So we could just give it a broad description. The more detailed the graph is, the more details we can give in our story. But since this is a very broad graph with not a lot of details, we're going to give a very broad story. Okay? So he stops filling the water for a short period of time. And then look, for another short period of time, he starts filling the water up, but at a faster rate because that line is steep. So for a short period of time, he fills the water up at a faster rate. Okay, and I should probably say it then. Then for a short time, he fills the pool at a faster rate because that line is a little steeper than the line before. It's a little steeper. Then for a short time, he fills the pool at a faster rate. And it's it's for a split second, basically. It's a very short period of time. Then we got another flat line right here where the gallons aren't going up at all. So that means he stopped for a while. He stopped filling the pool up for a while. Stop filling, or he stopped, plural, it already happened. He stopped filling the pool for a while. And you know it's for a while because that line is a little longer. This line right here is a little longer. So you know he stopped for a little while. Okay. And then lastly, look, he goes back to filling the pool up at a constant rate. These slopes look about the same. Okay, they do. They look about the same. So he starts filling the pool back up, and then it looks like it got full, right? He starts filling the pool, or he started filling the pool. I should probably use the same tense. I'm sorry, y'all. Bad grammar there. Very bad. He started filling the pool at at a constant rate again. Again. And I'm saying again simply because these rates look about the same. Okay. And I'm pause for the cause, give you a chance to write. Don't forget about the homework help video that I'm going to send tonight. All right, good people, put this in your folder. Please put this in your folder, and you should have this in front of you. I'm going to tell you exactly what we're going to do. This is a project grade, Graph Stories project. I'm going to collect these from you, and I'm going to grade them by hand, okay? You're not going to submit these online. I'm going to grade these by hand. So please put Graph Stories project. Okay? Tomorrow. We're going to finish it tomorrow. It's very short. Okay? We're going to finish this up in class tomorrow and be done. Okay? All right. We're not going to drag it on anymore. We're going to finish it in class and be done. Okay, so let's look at the very first page. Sorry, y'all. All right, so we're going to do, this is the page we're going to do. I'll put page 1 at the top. Page 2 we're going to do. Page 3 we're going to do together. Page 4 we're going to do together. It's just reading. Page 5, task 1, cross this out. We're not going to do this page. Page 5 we're not going to do, okay? Page 6 we're not going to do. Please cross out task 1 and task 2. We're not doing either one of those. Task 1 and task 2, please cross out. Lauren, you got a question, babe? I'm sorry, you got a question, baby? No. Oh, okay. Sorry. That's okay. Page 6 and 7, we're going to do those. You're going to do those on your own. 6 and 7, task 3 and 4, you're going to do on your own. And the last page, 8 and 9, you're going to do on your own. Page 8 and 9. Oh, no, that's fine. Okay, I'll fix it. Sorry. Page 1 and 2, we're going to do together. 3 and 4, we're going to do together. 5 and 6, please cancel those out. 7 and 8, we're going to do those on your own. Task 3 and task 4 is on your own. And 9 and 10 is on your own. Okay? You're so welcome. Thank you. Okay? So we're going to start at the first page when we return back from lunch, okay? So let's hold it here. We'll pause for the calls. We're going to go to lunch and return. All right, so let's look at these. These are the ones, the first couple pages we're going to do together, and then the last couple pages you're going to do on your own, okay? All right, here, we're reading a graph. The first thing you do when reading a graph is read the title. The title of this graph is Journey to the Bus Stop. So number 1, title of graph, Journey to the Bus Stop. So that's one of the first things that you do in reading a graph is you read the title. The title will tell you what the graph is supposed to display. So it's a lot in the title. Number 2, the next thing that you need to do is see what is on the x-axis, see what it represents. The x-axis represents the time in seconds, and it's going from 0 to 120, but it's going up by tens. So here we go. We got, it represents time in seconds. And of course, it's going from 0 to 120. And it's going up by tens. Sure. Can you see it, babe? Yeah. Number 3, what variable is represented on the y-axis? It's going to be the distance from home. And it's going up by, it's going from 0 to 200. And it looks like it's going up by 20s. And pause to give you a chance to write. All right, so let's look at the bottom. We're going to analyze the graph now. It's the same graph that was above. Well, now we're on page 2. And we're going to label what's happening in the graph. Okay, so when we look at the graph, this is A. Okay, this is B. This is C. And D is this straight line right here. This is D. Okay. So now I'm going to read it aloud, and you're going to write what you think the side that corresponds with the story. Okay. Real briefly, as I'm looking at this, my A, it looks like it's going up at a constant rate. My B looks like it's going down at a constant rate. C is going up as a constant rate. And D is a flat line. So it's standing still, okay, over a period of time. Okay, it's not going up or down. Slope is 0 here. So it's not moving at all. All right. So I'm going to read the scenario, and you're going to tell me, you're going to write down what letter you think it corresponds with, and then we'll go back through it again to see if you got it right. All right, so what's happening in the graph? All right, so you're going to pick the best explanation for each of these letters. Tom realizes he dropped something and returns back to retrieve it. Okay, you're going to either choose A, it's represented right here that he dropped something and had to turn around and go back and get it. B, you're going to write B if you think that this represents him turning around to go back and retrieve something. You're going to write C if you think it represents here, or you're going to write D. You write your explanation down here, what you think. A, B, C, or D. Come on, Craig. Write this down, please. Good. I couldn't see your face, honey. The next one. Tom is waiting at the bus stop. Do you think it's represented by this line here, A, by this line here, B, by this line here, C, or this line here, D? And again, Tom is waiting at the bus stop. Is it A, B, C, or D?
Where's home?
Okay. We would think that home is at the beginning. All right. Look, Tom leaves his house and walks towards the bus stop at a rate of 2 meters per second. So which one do we think that is? Do we think it's A? Do we think it's B, C, or D? You write down what you think your response is. A, B, C, D. And then the last one. Tom walks towards the bus stop at a rate of 4 meters per second. Okay, do we think it's A, B, C, or D? And think about it. It says journey to the bus stop. Okay, so we're going to the bus stop. So we have to infer that the bus stop is here, because we're going to the bus stop. This is our journey to the bus stop. Okay?
Is D like a straight line?
D right here is a straight line. All right, so now let's look at it. It says Tom realizes he dropped something and turns back around to retrieve it. What letter did you choose? B is the correct answer here. You see, he's going back. So the distance is decreasing. Time keeps going on, but distance is decreasing because he had to turn around and go back. So our answer here is B. He turned around and go back. Distance is going down again, so he had to turn around and go back. But time keeps going on. Time doesn't wait for anybody. Tom is waiting at the bus stop. Which letter choice did you choose there? D, right here. Because it's not moving. Very good. This is D. Okay. Tom leaves his house and walks towards the bus stop at a rate of 2 meters per second. Sorry about that. Which letter do you think that is? It's A, because he's leaving his house. This is leaving your house, okay? So this is A. Remember, we already chose one for B. This is when he returns back. Another thing, let's find the slope of 2. So here I'm going up by 10. So the top number is 10. That's my rise. and I'm going over, oh, I'm sorry, 20. I said 10. It's going up by 20s. Remember we said that the Y's is going up by 20s. So I'm going up 20 here, and I'm going over 10 here. So when I reduce this, what's 20 divided by 10? 2. So it is 2 meters. This is 2 meters per second. Okay, this line, the slope of this line is 2. This is A. He's leaving the house. You have to assume that this is the starting distance, which means he's probably at home, and he's going to the bus stop. The last one, Tom walks towards the bus stop at a rate of 4. So this line should be steeper than this one. So let me choose 2 points. I'm going to choose this point right here and this point right here. So I go up. Every time I go up, it's 20. So this is 20, 40. 40 is my top number. Okay? And then I go over 10. So let's reduce this. What's 40 divided by 10? You see, 4. So the slope of this line right here is 4. Okay? It's 4 meters. Looks like this is meters. 4 meters per second. Okay? Any questions? So this here is C. Any questions about that at all? All right, let's move on. We're doing number 3. I'm going to do the same thing again, only you're going to put letters here instead of numbers. So let's look at each of the graphs, and we're going to choose the graph that best corresponds with the story. I'm going to read the story, and you choose the graph. This is graph A, B, C, and D, just in case the letters are a little fuzzy for you, okay? The first story, look at these to see. It says Kelly and Sydney. So we're going to look for Kelly and Sydney. Sprinted from one end of the gym to the other end of the gym. They jogged back to where they started. Okay. Sydney sprinted faster than Kelly did. All right. So you have to choose which one of these graphs. Which one can we eliminate if we're talking about 2 people? We can eliminate A. What else can we eliminate? B, because those are only one lines. So the answer is either going to be C or D because there's 2 lines there. Okay, so you're either going to choose C or D. Process of elimination. Okay. And it said they sprinted from one end to the other end, and then they jogged. So they were going faster first, and then it slowed down. Okay, halfway through they slowed down. And remember, Sydney sprinted, so one of the lines was faster than the other. Okay. All right, so here we go. The second one. John walked to school. So we're only talking about one person here. The second half of his walk was up the hill, so he went at a slower pace. So which ones can we eliminate if we're only talking about one person? You can eliminate D. What else can you eliminate? You can eliminate C because these 2 are 2 lines on these graphs. So it's either A or B. That's process of elimination. So you have to choose the best answer for this scenario. Okay? Now let's look at number 3. Okay? Rachel drove to the dentist's office. Her appointment lasted for 45 minutes. So it lasted for a while. And then she headed home. This is only talking about one person. Which graphs can we eliminate? If it's only talking about one person, which 2 graphs can be eliminated? C and D. I think somebody said that. Okay? C and D can be eliminated because those are 2 lines. All right? The last one. Mike and Ron rode their bikes from Middletown to Centerville and back. Soon after they began, Mike was always ahead of Ron. We're talking about 2 people. So which 2 graphs do we eliminate? We eliminate these 2. The answer has to be between these. And the key is that Um, one of them was always ahead of the other person. Okay, one of them always was ahead of the other person. So now you have to choose the best letter. All right, so let's go through it. Let's see what you got for number one. Kelly and Cindy, two people. Okay, so it's either these two. One, they sprinted from one end of the gym to the other end of the gym. Then they jogged back to where they started. Sydney sprinted faster than Kelly. Which one of these lines do you think it is?
C.
Okay, you think it's C. All right, that's good. It is C. Number two, John walked to school. The second half of the walk was uphill. So he walked at a a slower rate. So the one slope the second part of the line is going to have a slower slope. Which one of these is it? Is it A or is it B? It's definitely A. This is steeper, and then now he's moving slower. It is A. Some people chose B because it looks like a hill. That's not what we're graphing here. He's going at a steady rate, so it's going to be a straight line here. He's still going at a steady rate, but it's going to be a slower, steady pace. Okay? So the answer is A. Y'all are doing good so far. Number three, Rachel drove to the dentist's office from her appointment and it lasted 45 minutes and then she drove home. Which one of those represents Rachel? B does. She drove there, then she stayed at the dentist's office for a long time, 45 minutes, and then she drove back home. Okay? And she's driving a car, so you know it's going to be going fast. Okay? It's going to be a lot faster than some of these other ones where somebody's just walking. The answer here is B. All right, number four. Let's see if it corresponds correctly. Mike and Ron rode their bikes from Middletown to Centerville and back. Soon after they began, Mike was always ahead of Ron. So the only graph is left is what? D. And one of them is always ahead of the other. And that's true. This line right here is always ahead of that second line. This is D. Any questions about that? You're going to be doing this part on your own. Okay, so number four, all this is just reading. It's telling you, just in case you forget, a straight diagonal line shows the object moving at a constant rate. This is a constant rate right here. Okay? Ladies, y'all sit up, please. Sit up. This horizontal line is a line that shows the object that's not moving. So this right here is not moving. And then when the line, look at these two slopes. This line right here is steeper than this line. This line is a lot steeper. So this is when you know it's going faster than the previous line. Okay? So steeper line is faster moving. Objects are moving faster. The line that's not as steep as the other, this line is moving slower than this one. Okay, the object is moving slower here because this line isn't as steep as this line. During this period of time, the object is moving faster because this line is steeper than the other line. Okay. We marked out 5 and 6, task 1 and 2, and let me explain 3. This is what you're going to do on your own. This is part of the project that you're going to do on your own. You're going to write a story that describes what's happening in the graph. It's your personal story as to what's happening in the graph. Remember that this means the object is not moving. This is pretty steep, so it's bless you. This is a steady pace. This is the object is not moving. This is going down. The distance is decreasing. Then there's a stop here, and then it's decreasing again. Okay, so you have to write a story based on this. Don't choose the bus stop story, but choose your own story. Okay, number 4, you're going to do the matching again. So you're going to read these scenarios, and you're going to choose the graph that represents these different stories. Okay, so a child runs at a constant rate or a constant speed for 40 seconds before stopping. You're going to choose which one is that. A panda moves slowly at a constant rate for 40 seconds before stopping. You're going to choose which one is that. A cheetah stalks his prey, moving slowly, stopped occasionally. Okay, so moving slowly, stopped occasionally. And number 4, a rabbit runs away from the farmer, not stopping for anything. Okay? So you got to choose which one of those is the best graph for each scenario. Last page. I'm going to give you a small slip of paper. I'm going to show you what it looks like so you'll know when you get it. You are going to cut these out. Okay? You're going to read each of these. 2 of them you're not going to use. Okay? 2 of them are not even on this graph. You're going to match the scenario with the 8 graphs that are here on this last sheet, pages 9 and 10, just like we did on the previous pages. You're going to match the scenario with the graph. Okay? Any questions, comments, or concerns? And I'm going to give you one of these. 2 of them you're not going to use. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Yes. Can you go to page 1? Yes. Any questions about this part before I move to another page? All right, so go ahead and start working on task 3, starting on page 7 and complete all the way to 10. I'm going to give you a little bit of time tomorrow, and then you're going to turn this in. Leilani, you said page 1. Is this what you wanted to see, this page? Okay. All right, good folks, I need you to be working hard. As soon as you get to the part where you need scissors or glue, there's scissors and glue at the table. Please just come. But do not come get scissors and glue until you get to that part. Are there any questions about anything? Okay. This is a project grade. If you need help, please raise your hand.